Hi everybody. I feel like I have to make a small disclosure here. There might be a little bit of overlap because I just talked about Sunny, so I might say maybe one thing the same as I said in the last video. It's only because I want to try to give two perspectives because they're two different people. So if I forgot to say something in the last video or I didn't say it in the last video, it's not because I was trying to do that. It's just I didn't think about it until now. But it could be probably applied to both people. So, okay. Cher was born in 1946. Now, the thing I found odd when I was watching the movie is she apparently had premonitions she wasn't going to live very long, which is really funny now because she's 78 as of today. So, um, yeah. Okay. The other thing I didn't mention in the last video is they shared a child named Chastity Bono at birth. And then she transitioned into a man, and he goes by Chaz Bono. Okay. And also, the fact that, you know, he came out as gay, and his mother didn't take it very well at first, but they're okay now. Um, okay, so what I'm gonna do with this video is talk about uh, why I think why the separation happened between these two people, and then the aftermath of all the events. Okay. So what I believe is Sonny Bono wanted to be successful. Success is different than fame because you can be successful and not famous. But Cher wanted fame. So when she got a taste of it and then it was taken away from her, it kind of upset her and startled her because she got used to being famous. And then when she wasn't so famous anymore, it was an adjustment. But instead of being upset about it, she took everything she learned and she became a solo act. And this happened in 1980, 80s, um, because she went off on her own. She used her name, Cher. Her actual birth name is Sherilyn, but she shortened it to Cher. So, um, yeah, she went on her own and she became a successful solo act. In fact, I think she's one of the most successful acts out there because she's had a hit song in every decade for at least 5 decades, counting from the 80s to the 2000s and maybe 2010. I'm not sure, but definitely 80s, 90s, and 2000s because she had all the stuff with her first solo album CD, and then also the other stuff, and then she had the famous Believe. There was a lot of hit songs, um, and then also a lot of people focused on her wardrobe, which I when I was younger, it was very, I guess, more shocking than it is now. But now I say if you have it, flaunt it. So, um, okay. So yeah, she's been successful a long time and famous too. I mean, famous. If you say the name Cher, most people know who you're talking about. Um, and also, a little tie-in with Sonny Bono, and this will be the last one. Okay. Um, Apparently, there's a section in the Reader's Digest called "The Most Interesting Person I Ever Met," and as part of the eulogy for Sonny Bono, she said all this lovely stuff, And then she said about the section, and she said, for me, Sonny Bono is that person. So that's how interesting their relationship is or was. Um, so yeah, I think that, well, overall, the relationship is a testament of how you can be in a relationship with somebody, be romantic, and then turns it into the best of friends after everything. Not saying that that happens overnight, but saying it can happen. So that's kind of refreshing, you know? Um, okay, and then also, I gotta touch on this. Cher's been married twice. She's married to him for 11 years. And then she was married to Greg Allman for 4 years. And they also had a child together, Elijah Blue Allman. Now, if you don't know Greg Allman, he's one of the members of a pretty successful group called the Allman Brothers. So, yeah, I think that she's always going to be famous, always. Also, I have to say, she was included in the 1999 um, version of the VH1 Divas. Now, Divas Live. Now, okay, in the 90s, I think starting in 1998, but for a couple of years there was a class of divas. And then the first class was Aretha Franklin, Mariah Carey, Carole King, and Celine Dion. Okay, the 1999 class was Cher, um, Brandy, I think, and there was always 4 or 5 divas, and from different genres of music. Oh, Shania Twain was also in the first class because see they wanted to have a pop, R&B, country, and pretty much every genre of music covered. So Cher, I think, fit in the pop section. So yeah, she was a VH1 diva, um, and that's huge. So I'd say she had and has a pretty successful lineup of songs. So, and then on another note, she's, I think, been a pretty successful parent, because she seems to be understanding about her kids. And she wants to be there for them, but she's also understanding. So, all right. I guess